Wig Boutique, and today we are going to try. No, we're not going to try.
We're going to do it.
We're going to do it.
Okay, this is one of Kim's favorite wigs, but she's been complaining about it falling in her face a lot. So we're
This drives me
why don't we
nuts.
just experiment? We kind of have this whole speech that we give when somebody comes in and they want to cut bangs in a lace front wig, because you're paying extra for that feature, so we always want to make sure you get the feature. So we don't like to do that. But when she's worn this now for a couple months, and when it's driving her crazy, then we're like, okay, well.
Well, and the problem with cutting a bang in a lace front is it's designed to go back away from your face. So you see that little wave where it goes back. So when you start talking about cutting a bang in it, if you don't know what you're doing and you're not a licensed stylist has been doing this for a long time, it can look like you've got a really funky calic.
Yeah. And so that's also one reason that they'll buy a wig online or something, and then they'll get it in and think, oh, I want to add a bang, and then all of a sudden they think it's ruined because they cut it and the bang's, sticking out, going every which way, because it wasn't made to do that. So, that's something that you really have to know what you're doing, or know a reputable wig salon or a wig stylist that can fix that for you, because the hairs are made to be what they are. So, that's just the truth of it. But anyway, just hope y'all had a good week.
Oh, hi, Elizabeth. This is Cameron by Jon Renau in 12FS8, and Misty has on January by Jon Renau in
10RH16.
So
which is close to my natural color. I like this wig.
Yeah, it's pretty. I love the highlights in it.
So at least we know, because see over here it still says that now it says we're online with YouTube, but she's from YouTube, so that's good. Anyway, we're gonna just do that. I have never cut a bang in this before, so we're probably gonna, since it doesn't really have a lot of layering, we're gonna have to add a little bit of face framing here, so it doesn't just look like a bang and down. And we're just gonna take it step by step and maybe cut a little bit more as we go. I'm gonna steam line it here. You'll be able to see what I'm doing. A lot of people think that we do something, secret, and we don't want you to find out. We want you to come here. That's not true. We're just going to do everything for you right here.
Yeah.
So let's get started. I'm going to let Kim watch the comments and see if she can answer anything.
Yeah.
In the meantime, but we're going to get her cape on.
And we get phone calls from all over the United States. People come in here. They want to know, you get a phone call. Can you cut my wig? Well, it is so style dependent. Sometimes you can cut the wig, sometimes you can't.
Hi, Peggy.
Hi, Peggy.
Hi, Kiki. Hi, Janelle. She's back. Morning. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the wig shop. No, I'm just kidding. Janelle's funny.
We do not, Kiki, we do not carry human hair. Everything we do at Mimi's is top quality synthetic. So no, we do not carry human hair. So anyway, so when we get those phone calls, we can't ever answer on the phone. It is so style.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to turn her around. You're gonna have to listen to a talking head, which you can't see.
Well, I never shut up, so it's always a talking head. It's style dependent. It has to do with how the wig is hanging in the front. So typically, we tell people we've got to see the wig. Sometimes people will text us pictures, and we can get a fairly good idea from that. But you can't go in and just start cutting a wig. You can't, you couldn't, on this particular wig, you couldn't go in and start cutting layers, because it's just not going to look
well,
right.
And it just wouldn't matter, because, this is a straight wig. So it's not like if you were going to cut layers in your own head of human hair and then dry it and do something different. This is just straight. So even if you added shorter layers, it's really not going to change the style that much.
Well, and it has to do with the way they make the wigs. Anytime you see a bend, that bend is baked in. And so when you start cutting it mid-bend, it doesn't reform like your own hair. So it tends to stick out. This is particularly true if you're trying to cut length. Length is generally never a good idea to try to modify.
Okay. I was going to tell them what I'm doing here.
Oh, go
ahead.
I
just sectioned out a little bit. We're going to do a light wispy bang to start with. So just section it out, and then we're going to just take the razor and just knock off some of that length. This is not going to be final cut. We're just going to knock off some of that length. And I like to do a razor first and then finish up with the shears. So All right, now you can go back to talking, Kim.
And so if somebody wants to buy one of those razors, what do you get them at Sally's?
You can get these at Sally's. This is a Featherlight razor. I've been using one of these since I've been doing hair for a long time. And they're just, you can get one. It's not like you don't have to have a license or anything. Let's see. Thank you, ladies. You hooked me up with my... Oh, I think I might remember you, Kiki. I love Editor's Pick. I think I remember you coming in. Was I the one that helped you? I don't know. I think I might be. Okay, so I just like knocked off some length. This is nowhere near being done. But you can see it's just, this is actually falling pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Now I'm just going to go in with some shears and clean it up a bit.
So you've just got to be very careful before you start cutting your wig because you can ruin it very easily. And we just got a comment about a practice wig. Yes, if you have an old wig, those are perfect for practicing.
And you can see I'm just point cutting. So if you're cutting a wig, never go in and do it like this. If you're trying to do it yourself, always go through and you make it a nice, just jaggedy edge.
And we say this all the time, but please remember, the hair doesn't grow. So once you cut it, it's gone. It's not going to grow back.
I had this doll. Did you ever have that doll that had the yarn hair that you could like cut it and then you could turn this thing on her back and it?
It's kind of
creepy.
Would like grow.
It was creepy.
No, I didn't have that. I had a kissy doll. If you like took her arms and went like that, she'd kiss you.
Oh, how sweet. Okay, now I'm going to take this off.
Okay.
And go over here and kind of direct it a little bit. She would kiss her hands?
No, she would. Her lip. If you moved her arm, she'd go.
Oh. Didn't have one of those.
You did. Kiki says you did help her.
I think I remember you. Okay, you can still hear Kim talk, but I'm going to run this.
Anyway, so just be careful. Just be mindful of the fact that, it's not hair. It looks like hair. It feels like hair, but it's not hair. So you have to be really careful about any type of modifications that you do. I mean, we've been in business for 40 years, and Miss Susan, master stylist, the other stylists that we employ are also master stylists. So, and all we do are synthetic wigs. So we've tested the limits. We know what they can and can't tolerate. And sometimes when people come in, they're not happy because I will tell them, if we don't think it will look good, we will not do it. Because
Little tidbit here to jump in. If you're styling on a wig block like this, a canvas wig block, pin in through the ear tabs. Never pin in through the monofilament or the lace front of the wig. That's just too
The most delicate
fragile.
part of that wig is the lace front and right where the monofilament is serged to the lace front. So, yeah, you don't want to get pinholes in your monofilament, and you don't want to put stress on the lace. So the strongest part is right at the ear tabs, and it's the best place to pin.
Okay. And I haven't done the face framing yet. I'm trying to get these bangs just going the right direction. I'm going to hit them with this one more time.
And I think you showed the blow brush before. This is Helena Troy blow brush. We sell them here. And this particular model does not have metal or ceramic. It is plastic. On the highest setting, it will never get hot enough to burn your wig.
Yeah, it's plastic. They now make these. They're not labeled Helen of Troy anymore. They're labeled Hot Tools, and they're black. So if you're out looking for it, if you order it from us, of course, you're getting the right thing. We can mail it to you. But if you're out looking like at Sally's, I believe Sally's is probably the only place you can get these still. But just look for a black one, and I think the writing's pink or purple.
That is already so much better. Just knocking the length off here.
Yeah, so you don't have to do an all across bang. You can still sweep it, but we're going to just layer this in where if she bends her head down, it's not going to go crazy on her. So to do that,
and this Cameron's a large cap.
Yes, it's comfortable too.
It's extremely comfortable. It's 100% fully hand tied.
So what I do is to just add this face framing. I just choose where I stopped the bang, and I start from there. And I just come in and just don't do it real heavy, or you're going to end up with a mullet. You want to do it nice and light. See how that's already starting to fall really pretty?
And one of the things to also note, if you do go to get one of these feather razors, the synthetic hair is pretty tough on them. so your blade will dull pretty quick. I think they sell them in packs of 10, so you'll get plenty.
You can get bigger ones, but I tend to change this literally like every other time. So you're going to, well, if you're at home, you're never going to be cutting as many wigs as we do here. But see how pretty that is?
Yeah, that's much better.
I mean, it kind of takes the classic bob shape out of it, but that's what was driving you crazy. And I'm still going to see how this is moving whenever she like blinks her eye. I'm still going to take some length off.
But it didn't, even with the face trimming, it doesn't compromise the,
now they get to talk to the back of your head.
The shape.
Yeah. Oh, Elizabeth, this is, she's wearing the 12 FS8 from Jon Renau. And I'm not sure if they make Cameron in their California blondes, do they?
They do, but not in the large cap, only in the average cap.
Okay, so average cap in the California blondes. Yeah, I'm taking a little bit more off this on this side. I wish you could see, but I'm afraid I can't. Just because this part is really heavy, so I took a little extra weight. I'll try to do it this way. They can talk to my back. No, I just want you to turn that way. There you go. So you can see. So again, just start with my bang and just kind of come in like that. And see, that's going to lighten that up a lot. And now we'll add the face framing down here.
I hope everybody had a good weekend. We're in Texas. It was hot this weekend, but we got a cool front, and I think it's only been 91 today. It's beautiful.
Did you see on the news where they put that, you know, having like a cold front coming through, like to be prepared, and all? It was so funny.
No.
Yeah.
I just know this morning when I went outside to walk, it was 71 degrees, and it felt wonderful.
Yeah, it was like 75 when I was driving because you get up a lot earlier than me, but it's been nice. Okay, now I'm just kind of cutting these bangs a little shorter so she can see.
The other thing about getting your bangs right, I mean, it hurts when you get a piece of hair in your eye. Synthetic hair, it just pokes you like a needle in the eye. So you definitely want to make sure you don't have the hair below your eyelashes where you get the hair in your eye.
Rhonda says she's watching from Kansas City, and she's going to try and alter her wigs thanks to our demonstrations.
Hi, Rhonda. We were talking this morning on Facebook.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Well, it's, you know, like I said, it can be done. When people come in here and they're like, oh, well, I'll just buy this and you can cut it. Well, that's, yeah, kind of, yes. But that's why they make so many different styles of wigs. So always make sure you're giving and keeping your options open and not just buying something, just settling with it and then saying I can alter it later, because it's always best to find the closest thing to what you want in result-wise than to try to alter. So that's just our word of advice.
Yeah, and usually when we're working with people and they say, oh, I want to do this, and this, and we'll say, tell me what you're looking for, because there's probably a different style. I mean, you know, like this Cameron, I've already got it. I bought it. I love it. I love the shape. I love the cap. I love Jon Renau's color. But, you know, I'm a woman. I changed my mind over time. I wanted some bangs cut.
Yeah, and if it's driving you crazy and you find yourself, like, when you're reaching for your wigs and you don't choose that one because of that, then, yeah, if you're not wearing it anyway, then you're not really risking much by saying, okay, let's experiment on it.
Hi, sweet Georgia lady. You got a son in Grapevine. Nice. Grapevine is kind of in the mid-cities area, and we're far north Dallas. So depending on where he lives in Grapevine, I'd say, you know, if you take the toll roads that we have here that are wonderful, you're probably looking at a half hour without traffic. Maybe a little bit less than that, but just count on a half hour.
These days there's traffic no matter what time you go.
Yeah,
it's like,
well, I think everybody has different work schedules now. It's just different than it used to be. No, people don't have the 8 to 5 jobs like they used to.
There's just so many people moving here. They just want to be like us. They want to be Texans.
They want to be Texans.
I don't
What
blame
is that? What is that? The transplants always say. I wasn't born here, but I got here as fast as I could. Yeah. Well, sweet Georgia lady, you should come see your son.
That's right. course, she's probably saying, he should come see me. That's what, you know. When I lived away, my parents would always say, you just need to come see us.
Yeah.
Well, you need to come see me.
Yeah.
That road goes both ways.
You know what, Elizabeth? When she walked in this morning, everybody that works here immediately said, oh, Misty, I love your blouse. It's so pretty. And then as another person would walk in, they'd go, oh, Misty, your blouse is so pretty. So you're absolutely right. We thought the same thing.
Like 90% of my life, I usually wear black. So I'm trying to get better about wearing color this year. I think this year I've worn black maybe 10% of the time. I've tried to reverse it. But thank you. Clearance, Dillard's. Oh, here, you put this on. It's way easier for you to do it. Yeah, I'm bad about wearing color.
We both are, but we're both getting better.
So let's see. Kind of play and kind of.
You know what this looks like?
What?
A long Brooklyn.
Well, yeah, but it has more. It's fuller down.
Right,
here
it's
than
fuller
Brooklyn.
down here, but the way this comes over the way the face framing is, it looks a lot like Brooklyn.
So I kind of directed that to go over, so you wouldn't have an all-across bang.
Right. No, I love that. This is going to stay on my face.
I know it's crazy, but it always looks better with clothes.
Yeah.
You can always see better.
I always put that on my ear.
I'm still probably going to texturize this. See, it looks a little thick to me right there.
Yeah, right.
So once I get everything cut, I always go back and texturize. And the secret to that is a new thing. No, it's the old-fashioned thinning shears. They work wonderful on the wigs. And I just use a regular, like, small teeth. None of that big channel logs or anything like that. So just regular small teeth thinning shears.
Aw, thank you, Christy.
She does look pretty.
Very few people call me Kimberly.
Well, Kimberly.
Yeah.
Sometimes we joke around here and we'll. Unless she's in trouble, then we call her by her full name.
Yeah.
Which is kind of often. You shouldn't say very few people because it happens around here often.
No, it happens around here, but.
So just comb and just let it fall for a minute before you do any more. You know, just always comb and let it fall.
Oh, thank you, Debbie. Thank you for watching. We love any of our new viewers. We love you guys watching.
Do you know who I miss?
Who?
I miss Jordan. Jordan is my niece, and she works for the school, so she had to go back to work this week. So usually she's chiming in her 2 cents.
You know who else is in here today?
Who?
Chris Sifford.
Yeah.
He too did.
He did? Okay.
Well, he didn't say hi.
Well, it must have scrolled up. We missed him.
He's one of the first people watching.
Well, thank you, Chris.
Okay, Kim, tell me what you think. I mean, is this better? Do you want more? You want more of a bang bang? Or do you like it the way it is?
I like the way it is. Hi, Chris. Thank you. I'm just wondering about, okay, so when I go back behind my ear, see how you can kind of tell right there? I'd like a little bit more fringe.
Okay.
So that it kind of falls right there and covers that hairline.
Okay. So usually when I do Kim's like this and she wants it done in her Jolie, I'll like have her tuck it and then I'll just razor.
Because I'm always tucking my hair behind my ear. And so, you know, this is a large cap, so it fits me better. But a lot of times what happens is you can see that cap because it doesn't come down far enough for me. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi to you, too. Oh, thank you, Jan. Jan says it looks pretty, Missy.
Well, thank you. It's not hard to make it look pretty because Kim looks pretty in all these
Okay,
wigs.
great.
Okay, tuck that and see if that's better. And see, that just kind of covered up that where the root is. You want that cut too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know when you have a client that tells you what to do?
I know whenever people come in here and go, oh, I'm so sorry I'm being so picky. I'm being such a pain. I'm like, you guys, nobody's pickier than me. They have to put up with me and my pickiness about my wigs.
Yeah, and because I know Kim always tucks this side, I don't mind cutting it. If you come in and I don't really know you and I don't know how you wear your wigs, I'm probably going to argue with you a little bit because that's going to mess with the face framing and it's going to start to look, where it doesn't blend. So I would probably say no. But with Kim, I'm going to do it because I know she's always going to tuck this. That is something that it's a given.
It's just what I do,
happen.
yeah.
No, it's a little thick. Okay, try that. We're just reading if you want to while we're all quiet.
Hi, Debbie. All the way from Delaware.
Awesome.
Nice. I bet you guys are having nice weather.
Okay,
what am I doing now?
Just check that side.
Yes.
All right.
That's good. I mean, you can see my hairline here. It blends.
She's asking what size your head is to wear a large cap. Have you measured? I'm like 21 and a half. I'm like verge large cap. My bigness is from here to here. I don't know.
I think technically for a large cap, it's going to be somewhere around 22.5 to 23 inches. You're right. I don't think I've ever measured. Part of the reason why I wanted to get a large cap also is my hair is about down to here, and I've got a whole lot of hair that I'm putting up in the wig, and so it just takes up more space.
It's just more comfortable. I mean, if you didn't have hair and you had a large cap, that's one thing. But if you do have hair and your head may not be large cap, then it kind of just gives you a little bit of extra level of comfort. And since you're doing the wig grip, it doesn't matter even if it's a little loose because, the wig grip's going to keep everything in place.
Jan asking if we will cut wigs if you bring them in. Again,
Absolutely.
We will if it can be done. If it's not going to look good, we won't do it.
Yeah, and we will be as honest with you as possible. I mean, I've been here over 10 years. We have never sent someone out unhappy. But there have been times that, we kind of had to agree to disagree and say, okay, well, this is your wig. You pay for it. We'll do what you ask for, even against our better judgment. And, even then, most of the time it worked out. It's just, you want to go and let the wig be what it was made to be.
Right. But I had a lady come in this week, and she had a wig maybe a little shorter than this. And Alyssa was working with her, and she pulled up a picture. And, I mean, she wanted basically a shag layer cut, but interestingly, she wanted it cut longer, but I don't know how that works.
No.
Yeah, so we had to tell her that just can't be done. I mean, it's not going to look good the way that particular wig was designed. You would see the cap, so if it can be done, we'll do it.
We can. Yeah, and, our prices are really reasonable, I feel like, for, the customer service we try to give you. So, and, of course, if you buy a wig from us, we'll do all of this for free as many times as we need to. We've had people come in 3 times, because, the bang was a little too long, and then they'll come back and, a little bit more, just to make sure that we don't overdo it.
Yeah, we don't have, Elizabeth, we don't have an online store, but just give us a call. We mail all over the United States. Our shipping fees are very reasonable. So just call the store. The number is 972-380-5306. You'll find that on our website also. If you go to our website, which is www.mimiswigboutique.com, and there's a contact submission form where you can send a question about anything that goes directly to me. I will respond. You can also message us through Facebook and YouTube, and those messages go to Misty and I both.
Yeah. No, you cannot color a synthetic wig. Rhonda asked, her cousin wanted to know if you could color a synthetic wig. They are basically acrylic fiber. So when you think of it, I hate to use this word, but it's basically what it is. It's basically plastic. So there's no cuticle. There's nothing that you can do this. You can't dye it. You can't do anything. It is what it is. Now, we have had people that'll buy like this spray-in, just like a root cover-up. And so if you have a blonde wig that doesn't have a root like this one is made to have.
Oh, we should do a video on that.
Yeah, we could. We should do that.
To show you guys how you can put
add a shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can do that kind of stuff. And I'm sure if you were if it was July 4th, you could probably get some red and some blue and, do things like that. But as far as to make it a good color, no, you can't do it. It is what it is. So I think we actually know what we'll talk about next week. Since we have the questions about the head sizes, we can actually show you how to measure your head. Yeah. That's not a big factor here in our shop because all of our wigs, with the exception of the ones we showed you earlier that come in large cap and petite, are average. And most people fit in an average size. But we will show you how to measure. That way, if you're not able to come in and you're ordering online, you'll know what size to go with. And Jon Renau has the easiest. We'll actually show you since we're kind of doing Jon Renau today, we'll talk Jon Renau. They have a section that talks about measuring your head too and how to correlate the inches to the actual cap size of the wig.
And I am Jon Renau certified.
Oh, yes. Kimberly is Jon Renau certified. She did their core class. And so we love Jon Renau.
Yeah,
and hi, Georgia. I know you'll watch us eventually, so we just wanted to say hi. I think we're probably hitting our time limit. We've been on here like 25 minutes. We'll actually shut off if it hits 29 minutes. That's for your safety because we tend to ramble. But, yeah, we are so happy. I think today we've had more viewers on than we've ever had before at one time, and I think that's really awesome. Just if you haven't and you just found us, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on your notifications. I know sometimes you may get notifications and we're not actually live. That's just because we're, checking our equipment because we have had it where it didn't work. And so just ignore that. But we are live every Wednesday at noon.
Yes, and like us on Facebook. And
if you haven't checked out our videos, we have reviews of different wigs. So if you just catch us live but haven't gone to our channel, we have all sorts of things on there. Some from really old, so just ignore those and realize that, we're trying to get better. But
Rhonda, we do not have an online store, so we are our store is designed around customer service, and so our website is designed to educate people on how to buy a wig and go through that process, but we don't have an online store. So,
but we have a huge inventory. I mean, one day we'll walk through the shop and just show you what our shop looks like, but we have a huge inventory, and 9 times out of 10 you can walk in and walk out the same day with the wig. So,
all right. Well,
have a wonderful week, everybody. Can't wait till next week.
We'll see you next week.
And we may have another video. Who knows? We may upload something different through the week. So, anyway, have a great week, and thanks for being faithful to us and supporting us. We love you.
Thank you.
Bye.